So welcome to day 2. It's chilly as hell in Atlanta today. So I'm sitting in my car trying to stay warm, giving you this message. So today 2 of Biz for Social Change 365 is about, I want to talk about a myth. I want to talk about something that is not true. I find that particularly in tech, amongst developers and even other people who are in tech, they focus so much on a product or service. And the myth is that a product or service is a business. A product or service is a product or service, and that's it. It is not a business. A business is something, processes, procedures, policies, structures, foundations, ways of doing things that allow a business to scale, evolve, and recover. And by scale, evolve, and recover, I mean scale means you can grow. Every time that you have a customer interaction, it's consistent. There's some consistency there. Customers know what to expect when they encounter you or someone representing your company. That can only happen if there are policies and processes in place so that everyone, every salesperson or whatever is saying the same thing. They can say it in their own manner, but each customer is getting the same content, so they know what to expect from your business. And so that's the scale part, because that allows you to scale. That allows you to, no matter how many offices you have, employees, that is the only way you can have consistency as you grow. And then the evolve piece is, are you learning? We are inundated with data. We're always collecting data from our customers, from our stakeholders, but are we using it for anything? Are we able to not only create data, but to store it, to analyze it, and to disseminate it to those people and those individual stakeholders who need that information to make decisions to grow the business? And that's evolving. You need to learn. You need to be a learning organization. You need to be able to learn from your mistakes, from your successes. You need to know the whys behind things. That's not a product or service. And then the recover piece, whether something happens that you saw coming down the line, something that's about the industry is changing, or you have something happens that is out of your control. You need to have thought about how you recover from those things. How do you maintain the sense of whatever your values are, your mission is, whatever your the thing that brings your customers and clients to you, they know that although there's something going on, the crises, the change, or whatever, that you can recover from it, that you are going to come out okay because you have processes in place for that. That is not a product or service. A product or service sits on those things. A product or service is what is built out of those processes, procedures, and policies. And too often I find that entrepreneurs, startups, developers, whoever are ahead of them. They get ahead of themselves. They think about a product or service. They think about what my website is going to look like, what the code is going to look like, how it's going to, how I'm going to get customers. Everybody talks about customer acquisition and going to market strategies and getting money from VCs. You don't have a business. And this explains why so many venture capitalists can come in and demand so much of your company, because they know how to build businesses. All you come to them is with a product or service. It may be making money. It may be known to everybody, but is it a business? Businesses have processes, policies, and procedures in place. Can think about that. Businesses have policies, processes, and procedures in place. And as we're talking about doing business for social change, those things are necessary, because as in physics, nature abhors a vacuum. And if you haven't been intentional about how your business is going to be structured, other things take its place. So I find that I don't believe that a lot of these quote unquote toxic environments, working communities and organizations are intentionally, I don't think that was the intention of most business owners, startups, founders, when they started this. But because they weren't intentional about what to put in place, toxicity took its place. So if you come from a bro culture, and you and your friend started this thing in college as in a part of a frat, because you did not make an intentional transition from frat life to business life, that is what your culture becomes. So as we move forward, I'm going to be busting some of these myths, so that you can start making intentional choices about how you want to grow your business, how you want to compete in the global marketplace, how do you want to be innovative, how you want to differentiate yourselves. All these different things are in your control once you have a business that can scale, evolve, and recover. See you tomorrow.